Hi, I'm Billy, a water technician with the town of Stratford.
I'm Kelley. I'm the watershed coordinator for the Stratford Area Watershed Improvement Group. Over the past number of years, we've developed a really strong partnership with the town.
We've developed a water conservation and watershed learning experience.
It's fun, it's hands-on, it's interactive.
Take a look.
When you finish writing your name down, I want you to come up and stick it somewhere on the wheel, okay? So when you see this come up on the screen, I want you to scream like a train is after you, okay? So wait, I want you to scream at me. 1, 2, 3. I want you to print your name on there, and I want you to, and then when you put it back in, put it so that your name is facing me, okay? I want to see who you guys are. So since we're talking about groundwater, guys, what we have here is a groundwater model, okay? And it's actually a running model. And you can see here, let's look at the top. See that green stuff? We're going to pretend that's grass. So this is all stuff that's happening below that we don't see what's going on. You've got a little lake here, you've got streams here, and you've got all these little wells. Like sometimes you guys probably have some wells, if that's where you get your water from. Okay, so what we're going to do here today is we're going to contaminate it. We're going to contaminate the groundwater, all right? These are bad people here that are contaminating. They're pouring stuff down the toilet or putting stuff down their drains. Look how fast that moved and that polluted the ground under there. So the reason why I have this trivia question is because I want you guys to understand that we're really special here on PEI because we are the only province in Canada that relies 100% on groundwater for our drinking water, okay? That is all we drink is groundwater. So when the water hits, when it rains and water hits, it's gonna come down, downhill till the very bottom in a valley maybe where there's a lake or a stream. So it is kind of hard to understand sometimes what a watershed is. So what I'm going to do is we're going to think about it as an upside down umbrella, okay? Pretend this is a watershed. Pretend right beside it is another watershed. So when water falls, when it's raining all over these guys, water's going to hit the top point and it's going to go down into the bottom. And that's where your stream or your lake maybe is, okay? The next one's called the sapwood. And what that does is that actually is really, it's probably one of the most important things. It's where water moves up through the tree because that's where, that's how it grows every year as well. So when you see tree rings and you see big tree rings and little tree rings, it depends on how much water it's had to move. And then over here, we've got good guy Gary with his, I think it's called, Clear River Farms? So take a look at his buffer zones. Look at this guy's buffer zones. He's got beautiful buffer zones. He's got probably his 15 meters and probably a little bit more down here actually. What about bad guy Bobby over here?
There's like poop.
Bobby's got nothing. So that buffer zone, sometimes it doesn't always stop everything from going through, but it slows it down. Whereas your own models there with your own little bad time Bobby there, he had nothing stopping that water from going right into your little rivers. So I just wanted to show you guys one more time, using your own models, just how important it is to keep your water clean, okay? And keep chemicals away from your water.
This here, that's 1 gallon of water. That's very important for the day. That's 1 gallon. And this is what?
1 liter.
1 liter. Okay, you guys are familiar with that? Yep. So I'm talking gallons, I'm talking this one. So I want you to take out your little water droplet chalkboards here, and I want you to put your name on the back with your chalk. Just do it quickly and put your chalkboards back in. Now what about this one here? If it lands on the double bubble, it's called double bubble. So if you get a double bubble, then you get double the double bubble, which is 2. Which is 2, right? If it lands on a person's name, that person gets 2. Well, that was the biggest mistake I ever did, was to flush the bug. Because 6 liters of water, I had a 12-liter toilet back then. We have a 12-liter flush. So 12 of those little bottles went down the drain just for me to flush down a little bug. And when I thought and seeing how the people in the world don't have clean drinking water and the shortage of water that there really is, but that water is being delivered to our houses. A lot of places in the world, they have to go and get their water. So we have to make sure that we care for the water just like we're going to get it ourselves and use it. So this is how much water we used in Stratford last year. We used 130 million gallons. So what we're going to do here, you're going to make not such a good choice, right? You're going to make the good choice. So the good choice would be, do we need to have the single lever tap wide open? Or can we just crack it and have a trickle of water coming out to lather up our hands? So that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to turn this on slow, and this will actually be running longer than the other one. Let's just take a look at that for a second. Now, on the other hand, we make some not such good choices sometimes, and we turn the water on, wide open, and we just go at it and start washing our hands. Look how much water when you turn the water on, full blast, as opposed to just a trickle. You see the difference? What's the answer?
Trickle.
Trickle. You just need a trickle of water when you're washing your hands. We're standing at the sink and we're brushing our teeth and stuff. Should we have the water running at all if we're not using it?
No.
So you're not going to use any water, are you? You're just going to floss your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start flossing. Okay. Now I'm just going to give it a little trickle here, like that. Okay, that's clean water. Okay, got a little trickle. Okay, and then brush. You can start brushing. So he wet his toothbrush. This is the good choice. He wet his toothbrush and he's starting to brush his teeth. Did he use much water? No. Just a few drops, right? Now on the other hand, you can turn water on full blast because it's a single lever tap again and just hit it. You go ahead and you can start brushing your teeth. Now, how much water did she use?
None.
Absolutely none. So when you're in the bathroom, do not have the tap running when you're not using the water. Okay? Now this boy over here, Noah, isn't it?
Yes.
Noah, if Noah brushed his teeth for the full 2 minutes, you only did it for about 20 seconds, for the full 2 minutes, would he have wasted or used any more water?
No.
No, not at all. Because the water was not running when he was brushing his teeth. Now Ethan here did it for 20 seconds. The water was running, wasn't it? So let's times that times 2 minutes. So we got 40 seconds, 60 seconds, a minute and 20, a minute and 40, 2 minutes. So that column of water would have reached up to there in 2 minutes. So do you think, when you look at both of these containers, the 40% challenge, do you think it's very hard to save? How much did we save? 1,000%?
Yeah.
At least, right? So what's the answer brushing your teeth?
Don't leave the tap on.
Don't leave the tap on.
When you're using the...
There we go. That's the water that we can use right there. So we got the salt, we got the glacier water, and we have the fresh water that's usable to us.
I have an important job to do. I know I will be tempted to make a bad choice. So I will stop and think. And I will choose for myself. Not to mimic what others do. I will put my water conservation thinking cap. And I will be proud